Ma'an's Journey. Book 1 in the series, The Fish and the Coin, by Glory Ndongala. Narration and sound design by Eowyn Sky. Music by Alex and Rachel Howerton. Illustrated by Sarah Vosen. Chapter 1. Different Families. Ma'an.
The Sea of Galilee is one of the most popular seas in the whole world. Alright, it's not really a sea, but the name sounds a lot better than the Lake of Galilee, so we made an exception. The Sea of Galilee is my home. I would describe life here as grand. Maybe it's because it's all I've ever known. There is a hierarchy here among us fish. The best fish live closer to the surface, where food is plentiful, while the not-so-popular fish live on the bottom, where food is scarce. 3 different families live down at the bottom of my neighborhood. Some of the families are broken up into different clans. The first family is the Cyprinidae family, which is known for their massive size, and barbels, which look like handlebar mustaches. They are nicknamed Benny fish. The Benny fish are broken up into 2 clans. The Barbus longiceps, they are known for their big bellies, and the Barbus canis, they are very slender. Their distant cousins, the Kinneret sardines, used to be the 3rd clan, but now have become so different over time that now they are their own family. The 2nd family in my neighborhood, they are tiny in stature. Although these clans are related, they don't all get along. They each stay with their own, reluctant to help each other, never visit one another, and always compete against one another. Last but not least, my family, the Cichlidae family. We have 2 clans in my neighborhood, the Tristramella Simonis and the Sarotherodon Galileus, which is my clan. My clan is often referred to as musht, and we're known for our stylish mohawks. For the most part, each family sticks to its own kind. Nevertheless, once in a while, fights break out between the different families. What are the fights about, you might ask? Well, let me tell you. The sea first belonged to my you get the idea. Anyway, he was my many greats' Grandpa Galilee. Grandpa Galilee was handpicked by the creator of the sea to be the father of all the fish that believe, whatever that means. To this day, our shoal defends our sea. All the fish down here live in Rocky Cove. The name Rocky Cove comes from the mounds of underwater rocks. Some are as large as boulders, others as small as pebbles, and they all surround our community. Certain places have sand and underwater grass that sprout up through the rocks. We all grew up hearing about prophecies of things to come. One of these prophecies claimed one day, there will be a man-god that wields the power to calm the sea, tame the storms, and walk on water. The fish that sees him doing these things will carry a coin out of the sea. This prophecy had been passed on for many generations, but no fish really believed in this stuff. I mean, I'd seen plenty of men fall into the water, and not one was ever able to walk on water. We had plenty of ships and boats become part of our domain that had been crushed by storms. Not one person was able to calm a storm, so I thought these were just ancient stories the old fish told us to pass both time and history to the next generation. Not to mention the fact that humans were always trying to eat us, so why would any fish bring a coin outside the sea? A lot of this fishery came from the seers, the ones who know the unknown. Even though I'd never seen them, I was told they existed. Before I go on, let me formally introduce myself. My name is Ma'an. As I already told you, I am a musht of the Sarotherodon clan. Shoals are supposed to stick to their own kind, but my 2 best friends happen to be from the other families. My friend, Alziwaq, is a Barbus longiceps from the Cyprinidae family, and my other friend, Tsel, is from the Kinneret sardine family. You see, I never really saw things the way my clan saw them. I always figured that if Grandpa Galilee was supposed to be a father to many fish, wouldn't that mean we were all supposed to be a family? This question remains unanswered because we don't talk about this among the elders of our clan. In fact, if any fish found out about my friends, I could experience death on a wooden board. I've been told it's an excruciating way to die. The elders come together with parts of leftover nets that have been lost by humans and tie the law-breaking fish to a board from one of the crashed ships. The fish will float on the surface and become bird sushi. Despite all the dangers, I still refuse to give up on my friends. How I met my friends could not have been an accident. You see, when I was born, my mom had a mouthful of kids. Literally, we all pretty much lived in her mouth and were supposed to always stay close. We were not supposed to drift away from our cove. But I've always had a heart for adventure. I love to explore. One day, when our mom released us, she told us not to go far. But there was a sunken boat several fins from where I was, and I couldn't help but go explore it. My brothers and sisters warned me, but I told them I could take care of myself. I remember thinking to myself, if I can see the boat from here, I'll be able to see them from the boat. I ventured closer and closer, and the closer to the boat I became, the further and further away I was from my family. I couldn't even hear them anymore. I admit, I was a little scared realizing I was so far away. I suddenly heard a deep yell.
Hey!
I froze, startled. The voice continued speaking.
What are you doing by my boat?
I'm sorry, I didn't know this was your boat, I replied. The voice spoke again.
You're lucky I'm feeling gracious today, or I'd take your life. Now go back to where you came from, mush!
When I heard him drag out mush, I knew it wasn't a big scary fish. Only the Kinneret family refused to pronounce the T in our name. It was forbidden for their clan. I spoke up. Show yourself, you pebble-sized fish! The one thing you never call a Kinneret fish is anything that makes fun of their stature. I heard a loud scream heading toward me from the Kinneret fish. I braced myself for the impending impact. Right before he hit me, another fish came between us. He had a very soft but cool voice as he proclaimed, Yo, this is my boat. It was a little fish from the Benny family. It wasn't a grown-up, or else we'd be dead. We were at a standstill, and we heard nothing. Absolutely nothing. My scales started to feel weird, as if we were being watched as we floated in silence. Then I saw it. No fish had ever seen one and lived to tell. It had long, string-like barbels coming from its mouth. Swim! I yelled as I frantically swam toward the boat. The other two fish followed me, and we started weaving through the boat. We found some small cracks and swam inside. It was dark and eerie. We could hear it above us. A loud noise echoed above us. We waited silently and held our water for what seemed like an eternity. We tried to peep through the cracks in the boat in hopes of seeing if it was still out there. When we felt like it was gone, we all let out a sigh of relief. We looked at each other for the first time and laughed. I was the first one to speak up. My name is Ma'an. The small Kinneret sardine spoke up next in his deep voice. Mine is Tsel. I'm Alziwaq, said the Benny longiceps fish in his smooth, calm tone. The uncertainty of our situation that day was overshadowed by our new friendship. From that day forward, we were best friends. That boat became our place where we would secretly meet up. There, we vowed to never tell any fish about our secret club, because we knew if our families found out about it, it would be the end of our friendship. And possibly our lives.